It's actually good. I mean, they're starting to respect media, which is good, but they should respect human beings as well. They respect personal liberty and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They should respect the Charter of Rights and Freedoms that allows you free movement and no curfews for no reason. The government itself, they admit there's no scientific reason for the curfew.
So here, Alexa for Urban News, and I'm currently in Montreal in front of the courthouse because Yanky Pollak is going to have a hearing today for the multiple curfew ticket that he received while doing his job. So for the people who didn't know, in Canada, the province of Quebec was under a curfew during the pandemic. One of the only place around the world to suffer from this unjust and unscientific measure. So we are here because the law enforcement, during Yanky was doing his job, reporting on the curfew here in Montreal, did punish Mr. Pollak many times with different kind of ticket because he was outside reporting on the truth of what is going on here during the curfew in the province of Quebec. Of course, that tactic was because Yanky is an independent journalist, not paid by the government, and he is showing the truth. It was simply targeting journalists who are showing the other side of the story. So we are here because it's important that we fight those tickets that are not only unjustified, but also it's just for silencing journalism who are not following the same narrative. So if you think that is actually important that we fight back those unjustified tickets who try to silence Rebel News, you can help us at lockdownreports.com. Chip in what you can because it's important that we go and we fight it and we win it in the name of the journalism and freedom of press here in Canada.
Give me a paper that allows you to be outside right now.
I'm exempt.
You're not exempt.
I am exempt.
I am.
We'll see you in court, you know. I have an email from the SPVM that I'm exempt. Hi, how are you?
I'm gonna need the driving license because you're the engine of the vehicle.
No, I'm not to
The
make
engine
noise.
was revolutioning too high.
What, you're gonna give me?
You have no more rights. Bye bye.
I don't know what's gonna happen, but what we decided today is to go for 5 Jordan motions, and then the 3 other curfew cases go for trial and do an argument on the premise that I was allowed to be out. We'll see what happens. For the Jordan motions, it will be hopefully in the next few months. And for the actual curfew tickets, well, they're all curfew tickets, but for the tickets that we're going to go to trial with, it will be in mid-November. So we're going to wait for that, and hopefully then it happens. You know, I think part of the legal system is here to just make you want to pay it because, you know, you got to come back, forth. I think this is like the 3rd or 4th or 5th time, I don't know anymore, that I'm in court for these things. And it's just as delayed, just as denied. We have a legal system that doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Later today, we're going to go to municipal court and get the verdict for 4 tickets, 2 jaywalking, failing to obey, and a revving of the engine going vroom, allegedly. So we'll see how the judge finds me in these 4. And then afterwards, we're supposed to have one more trial in municipal court over an alleged cell phone ticket. I doubt that the cell phone ticket will actually have a trial today, but we'll see. What we do know is that 4 tickets will have a verdict today, and these would be the first verdicts from tickets that are about 2 years old, over 2 years old. So we'll see what happens. Hoping for the best and take it from there.
I want to know your feeling when you see law enforcement targeting you, ticketing you, punishing you for doing your job and trying to silence your voice.
Well, I would say it's Canada 2023, but this is Canada 2021, and it's a continuation. It's, it's Justin Trudeau, in this case François Legault, but it's the politicians just silencing opposition. You know, they didn't want us showing the other side of the story. It was you doing your job in Quebec City in their first curfew. and then the second one in Montreal, me as well. They just really didn't want us out there showing the other side of the story, or in this case, it was the story since nobody else was doing it. And the cops told us as much. They're like, why do you think you need to be out when CBC and CTV are not out? So things like that, the bailout media doesn't want to talk about stuff that the government doesn't want them to talk about. That's why we exist. That's why we're here. And that's why we need your help. It's, if, there's very few independent media outlets in Canada. And if you could help us fight this fight, but also help us to continue staying alive, you could go to lockdownreports.com where you could see everything that happened, why I was out, and what I was filming. Same with Alexa and other of our colleagues. You can go to lockdownreports.com, make a donation to help us fight this fight, but also in general to stay alive here with Bill C-11 around the corner.
In 2 hours from now, we will know the verdict of 4 of your tickets that you received. Do you think it would be positive for you?
Certainly hope so. I'll wait for the verdict, but I hope it's going to be, if justice is true, if there is justice, I'll win.
So we are back at the municipal court because we just heard the verdict of the 4 ticket that was previously heard in January. Unfortunately, we have 3 guilty for the 2 jaywalking and failing to obey, but for the revolving the engine, Mr. Pollak was acquitted. So what do you think about the decision that just happened?
Obviously, the judge didn't choose to believe my version and chose to believe the officer's version. I have the video proof to show what I did. The officer was lying. What I think about this, so the judge obviously decided not to believe me and my version of the events, and I have the video to prove it. But she chose not to believe it. The videos were not shown in court, so she did not have that to go on, but she did believe me on the revving of the engine. The reason for it was a rental car, and the car was rented, so it didn't have a loud exhaust like the officer claimed it had, but also she chose to believe the officer and the other lies he said. It is what it is. It's a $349 tickets that I was found guilty on. We'll see if we decide to appeal it or not. We'll speak to the lawyers, see the legal strategy behind that, and see if we do it. And now we're going to see if we do the cell phone ticket that I still have going on later today, if that will get postponed, or if we will go ahead with it today. I guess it's bittersweet. I did win 1 out of 3, but it was right every time. But all these tickets were given to me simply for standing up and showing you the other side of the story. So if you want to help with the legals and help us continue this fight of showing the other side of the story, you could go to lockdownreports.com, make a donation there to help us keep going forward in all our reporting, but also help us in this legal battle. It's at lockdownreports.com.
Yes.
Sorry, can you cell phone
I wasn't
when you're
parked.
driving? No,
I
you're
wasn't
not-
parked.
You wasn't parked. You're driving.
I wasn't parked.
Okay, go. Give me your driver license.
I'll give you my driver's license. Where is it?
Yeah.
I wasn't parked.
You was not
I
parked.
was.
You're running.
No, I parked.
Yeah, go.
Sir, I have it on camera.
Yeah, it's all right.
I have it on camera. I wasn't parked.
Yeah. Okay, you are parked on the side. On the sidewalk. You
because,
don't run.
no,
You don't
when
run.
you
Okay,
when
go.
you
Give
approached
me- give me
me,
your driver.
I was parked.
No, it's not parked.
Yeah, I went like this and
No,
parked.
no,
Yes,
you're
I
not
did.
parked.
I did.
You under the? Okay.
Well, you spoke to me,
Okay,
so I
go.
went to park out of respect to you.
Yeah, it's all right. Go. Just give me your driver license, please. And the paper of the cars too. Okay.
I wasn't parked, sir.
No.
Yes, I was.
Okay, go. And the insurance paper,
Yeah.
please.
Where is it?
Now we are entering to another hearing where you have a ticket for using your cell phone. But can you just explain what happened during you get that ticket?
Yeah, so during the curfew, it was about 5 months long. I used to go out almost every night to film how a curfew looks like in real life, how lockdowns affect real people. And I did that, and the cops didn't like that, so they gave me a bunch of tickets. One of the tickets was a ticket for touching my cell phone. That happened while I was pulled over by a police officer and I was in park. And he was yelling at me to go home. And I was like, if you're yelling at me and I'm in park, why not film you? And, well, I started filming and he said, you touched your phone. So he gave me a ticket. I was in park. I wasn't driving. He gave me an order to stop. So that is another ticket that needs to be heard today. We'll see if it will be heard today, but this is the last of today's tickets. You know, you could see all these stories at lockdownreports.com or on my Twitter account. These stories are 2 years ago. It's 2 years old, but, you know, they're still after me for them, and they won't let it go. So that's how it is.
Do you really think that if it was mainstream media, they will have proceed the same way?
No, but also mainstream media wouldn't cover these stories, so it's like no and no.
But thank you very much. We will update you as soon as we have some news, if it's going to appeal and if also the other cases will be found guilty or not. So stay tuned for more updates and wish luck to Yanky Pollak.
Quick update outside of the courthouse. I just won my cell phone ticket. As explained earlier in the video, I was found not guilty in the cell phone ticket.
So many of our colleagues have been not only ticket, but also targeting to show you the other side of the story during the lockdown of the COVID-19. If you want to help us to fight back all this unjustified ticket, you can do so at lockdownreports.com. It's really important. You can make a donation on this website, and that will help us to fight back and to create a precedent. Thank you.